Hello, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. It's time for Taroscopes again. We're going to be doing the Taroscopes for the sign of Virgo. That's Virgo Sun, Moon, or Rising for the month of February 2025. So February is an interesting month. Before we get started, I want to welcome my new subscribers. I want to welcome my tried and true who have been with me for years on this crazy journey. Um, and my Patreons, thank you. My patrons on Patreon, thank you very much. And my new members on my channel membership, thank you so much for being a part of this crazy journey that we call life. We're going to look at the astrology for you, Virgo. We're going to look at a card reading using the, um, what deck is this? The modern spellcasters deck, and then a oracle reading using the oracle starseed oracle card. But before we get to that, I do want to just mention that this month, this year we moved into a new vibration, and that is a 9 vibration, which is the Hermit card. And as you can see from this card, it is connected to your sign. So this is going to be a busy year for you. The Hermit is about sharing your knowledge. It's about introspection. It is about standing alone, but shining your light from that place, right? This is about sharing your wisdom, and you have a whole lot of wisdom to share. We're in the second month, and so we look at the 2 card in the tarot, and that is the High Priestess. This is a card of revelation. It's a card of secrets and secrets coming out, but you don't necessarily have to share the secret at this time, but you will be opened up to a new understanding about something. This is a very sensitive vibration, and this month is one of those months where you're probably best staying open, uh, and a little bit non-committal about things. Just observe what's going on. And if we put those 2 vibrations together, we get the Justice card. We will see justice this month. We will see justice on some level, some balancing of the scales. All right, so let's look at the astrology next. And I'm going to share my screen with you here. And all right, so we're looking at Virgo. Just as a general thing about these charts, if a planet is in water, it's in blue. If it's in fire, it's red, green for earth, and yellow for air. So we can just, at a glance, see that there's an area of the chart that's really being activated this month, and it's water. It's water, and it's the 7th house. That's your Pisces house. And of course, February is a time when the sun is in Pisces, but it's not just the sun. Now, your ruling planet, Mercury, starts the month in Aquarius and moves into Pisces. Mercury likes being in Aquarius. It's another sort of mentally oriented sign. Mercury in Aquarius can be genius, right? It's in your 6th house of health and service. So you're utilizing your genius, perhaps to help others. And then it moves into Pisces, which is a little less comfortable in. Mercury likes facts and figures, and Pisces isn't interested in that at all. So when Mercury goes into Pisces, you can feel a little bit of sea. You can feel that your logical mind is not to be found, but your psychic and intuitive senses are heightened. So if you can connect to that, that'll be a good thing for you. The sun starts the month, of course, in Aquarius, again, 6th house for you, and then into your 7th house of relationship. So there's a lot of energy with relationship. Venus starts the month in Pisces in that 7th house, but quickly changes on the 4th of February to Aries, where it's going to spend quite a bit of time this year, because we do have a retrograde period of time where Venus is in Aries and also goes back into Pisces and then back into Aries. So we do have, Venus is retrograde for about 40 days. So it's quite a bit of time, but that's not really going to start and happen until March. So we're not going to talk about it too much, but you do have The fire in your chart moving in to the eighth house, which is a natural water house. So even though the fire is moving into, even though Venus is moving into fire, she's sort of in the underworld at this point in your chart. So finding your passion may take a little digging. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Venus ingress into Aries. Jupiter stations direct at 12 degrees of Gemini. That's in your 10th house. It's been moving backwards in your 10th house, so you may feel like you're not progressing in your career. Once once Jupiter goes direct, you'll start to feel like things are moving forward. And it's going to move direct, and it's going to go right out of the sign by, I think, either June or July. It goes into Cancer, where it stays for about a year, and it likes being in Cancer, and that's going to be your house of friendship. So, all work and no play makes Virgo a dull person. You're going to have your opportunity to be less dull. Sorry, did I say that? You're not dull. That was a joke. Sorry. We have a full moon in Leo. Woo, Leo. That's your 12th house. So the full moon is full in your 12th house. Big emotions, right? Also sometimes big ego with Leo, although it is in the house of the least amount of ego. So you're not a very egocentric kind of person, but this can be an illumination of spiritual truths for you. It can also be an illumination around health issues for you. So it's worth paying attention to that. We have Mercury ingressing into Pisces. Mercury, of course, as I said that in the beginning, your ruling planet. Your Mercury is moving direct this month, so there's no retrograde stuff happening with Mercury, luckily. And we have Mars stationing direct. Mars has been retrograde since December 6th. It went retrograde at 7 degrees of Leo, and has retrograded back into Cancer on the 6th of January, and it's been in Cancer since. And on the 23rd, it stations direct and moves forward in Cancer. When Mars is retrograde, Mars generally spends about 6 weeks in an area of your chart, but when it's retrograde, it spends about 6 months. So where is it spending its time? It's spending its time in the two most collective places on the planet, in the chart, Aquarius's house and Pisces house. So this is a way, I feel like it's a bit of a struggle for you to figure out what direction you want to go in to do the most good. That's what it feels like to me. You'll have your opportunities to see. And this Mercury retrograde, this Mars retrograde period that started in December really doesn't come to its full expression or its full understanding until May. So you still have time to figure out the best way to move forward. But you'll have an opportunity to actually move forward come the end of February. And then we have a new moon in the 10th degree of Pisces. That would be a new moon in your 7th house. This is a time to plant seeds for a new relationship. It can be a romantic relationship. It does not have to be a romantic relationship. It can be a business relationship. Anything where you're dealing with an equal here. And the 7th house is the house of open enemies. So you might find that somebody is opposing you in a way that you didn't expect. That North Node, that new moon in Pisces. Oh, speaking of the nodes now are in Pisces and Virgo. That shifted last month in January. Out of the North Node in Aries, moved into Pisces. The South Node in Libra moved into Virgo. And so the South Node of the moon is going to be in your sign. And the South Node is about letting go. And it can be letting go of criticism. And in your case, I think it's letting go of self-criticism while being open to relationships with an open heart. Because all our relationships are simply a reflection of us. And if we're having trouble relating to somebody else, we're probably having trouble relating to ourselves. That isn't like a 19-month period of time while the nodes are there. So you're going to have plenty of time to work this out. It just moved in. All right. Is there anything else I want to say about this? Nope. Uranus still in your 9th house of truth, moving direct. It moved direct at the end. It stationed direct at the end of January. So that is moving through uncovering any kind of lies and the like, but shaking things up, still shaking things up is Uranus. All right, so let's stop that. All right, let's take a look at the cards. So again, I'm using the Modern Spellcasters deck, and we will see what the Modern Spellcasters deck has to say for Virgo for February. The energy for February is kind of laid back, observing. I always kind of feel like February is one of those months where it's a little bit of a vacation and a time of it's when the light starts to grow here in the Northern Hemisphere. We notice that the days are getting longer right around February 2nd, 2-2, the 2-2 portal, as it were. Lammas, Imbolc, midwinter, midwinter. All right, let's see what we have here. We start with, ooh, the Page of Pentacles. This is a new project. This is a Virgo card. This is the Eternal Student as well. Are you one of those? I am. So this is starting a new project, learning something new, a new skill. Let's see what challenges that. Um, this is either you're jumping to something too fast, taking something on, or somebody is giving you a hard time. Somebody is attacking you for what you're learning or what you're putting your energy towards. Let's see what's underneath it. The Empress. The Empress is about abundance. So whatever this is, it's going to be a success, whatever it is you're deciding to um, delve into. The Empress at the root says that this is something that it's based on love. It's based on abundance. This is a Venus energy. Venus in Aries. Venus in Aries says you have to be a little bit willing to take some of the slings and arrows because not everybody is going to agree with your course of study. In the past, we have the Five of Swords. There's been an abuse of power. There has been an abuse of power. I wouldn't be surprised if you're doing some sort of whistleblowing thing. In the sky, we have the Magician. Now, this can be, because it's in the sky, it can remind us that you have the power of concentration. This requires your total concentration. In the immediate future, we have the Three of Cups. This is about friendship. Friendship can be a good thing, I think, finding people who think like you, but these guys are a little bit too ebullient. They're falling in the water. So it's it's kind of a party energy. So you can do that, but you want to make sure that you don't take it too far. You want to make sure you don't take it too far. How it's seen from the outside, uh, people see you as somewhat dissatisfied, interestingly enough. Somewhat dissatisfied. In the domestic situation, the Three of Wands, you're putting yourself out there. I like this for you. This is you're flying your hawk there. You're saying these are my ideas, these are my creative ideas, and putting them out. And I think because it's your domestic situation, it's like a test. It's like a test run. Maybe you're asking your family, maybe you're showing your friends or your neighbors. You know, it's putting yourself out in a sort of a very localized way. Hopes and fears. Um, well, I think you're hoping for spring. I know I am. Um, this is about ideas that you put forth. You want your message, you want your putting yourself out there to for people to hear it, right? For people to hear. So you're just worried that people are going to ignore you. We have the Wheel of Fortune at the end. That means a change of fortune. It's usually for better, for the better. So there is something unexpected is coming, but I feel like it's going to bring you some benefits. Underneath it all, we have the Nine of Wands. It says you need to stand up for what you believe. in order to have dominion over your life, Emperor, and the sun is shining. So this is purpose. This is purpose-driven life. Um, I feel like the decisions that you're making, whatever project that you want to start, is a good idea, but you are going to get some flack. You're going to get it from people who don't really, they're not really well intended anyway. So just be careful when you put yourself out there, that you're putting yourself out there in such a way that you're protecting yourself as you illuminate people. I know that makes sense to you guys, so I'll just leave it there. All right. I'm going to pull now a oracle and see what the oracle says. So this is the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell and Danielle Noel. I first saw this deck in like Home Goods. I know, right? Of all places. And I was like, ooh, and I bought it for my friend. And then I was like, I think I need one of those. I went back and there wasn't any. So then I found it at the bookstore. Funny, huh? Uh-oh. I think that this is not the card. Hold on. It's stuck together. All right, here we go. Called. Ooh. Yeah, you're being called, Virgo. You are being called. A call to action. This is what we're all here for, right? Okay. Says soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. You came to Earth with a double mission, to grow as a soul and to bring about a shift in consciousness. The best way to fulfill these personal and collective purposes is to trust what it is that your soul is calling you toward, for it's encoded within the most direct path forward. Your soul has many unique gifts that it came here to share. Some of you may already be aware of, others you are just beginning to uncover. Yeah, and that's kind of really what the reading talked about, an uncovering of your real purpose here. And you're going to get some flack as you come out, so be aware and take care. Um, to remember that your soul intelligently chose the perfect conditions to carry out your soul's mission and share your soul's gift. If you are being called toward a creative project, a passion, or an adventure, this card is your confirmation that you are facing the right way, and at this moment, right here, it is destined. If you are feeling underprepared or thinking, who am I to do that? This card is guiding you to step up and leap. And consider perhaps that your soul has been training for this moment right here for lifetimes. You know, there's a part of Virgo that never feels quite prepared because you feel like you can always do better. But it's time to step forward. It's time to take that step in the direction that you're being led to learn something new or to teach something new. But that is what's going on. So that's your February. I hope you have found this helpful. Please like and subscribe if you're not already. Thank you for your attention and your time. Have yourself a great month, and I'll see you again next month for the Tarot Scopes for March. Until then, namaste.